A January reading wrap up, because this may be the most books I've ever read in a month. Most of these I think are 4 or 5 stars. I was like, I need to talk about them. The 8 books I read this month. It does not matter how many books you read per month, but if every book you're reading just seems to be hitting, it's definitely one of the best feelings. Let's just jump into it. We're off to a good start. 2024, this might be the best reading era I've ever been in. Continuing on from last year, and if you watched my 2023 reading wrap up, you know that I ventured into Sarah J Maas and the Throne of Glass world. So now I started in the last one with the prequel, like Assassin's Blade. So I've officially now read the first one, which is Throne of Glass. So I started off with a bang, read Throne of Glass. It reassured me after Assassin's Blade, now after this, that I definitely am about to be finishing the Throne of Glass series. February, I will be reading the next one. I did not read it for the rest of January. I wanted palette cleansers, but Throne of Glass, 5-star for me. Just getting into this world, the fact that I'm at the beginning, I'm already captivated, and I just know, I don't even know. Like, if you've read Throne of Glass and you're watching this, you're like, girl, you just don't know yet. Just wait and see. I already know that I know nothing in comparison to the rest of the 6 books, because this is an 8-book series, with the last book being nearly 1,000 pages. It's like just shy of 1,000 pages. So I'm like, gosh, I'm gonna need some help when I get to that one. But yeah, 5 stars for me. I'm not gonna go into it. It's the Throne of Glass series. I feel like you're just in for the ride. But I think I'm becoming a fantasy girly. The next one I decided to read, I was like, I just need to finish this. I'd started it ages ago, and it is continuing on a series, and I'm not sure that the series is for me, but it'll be one of those books that I just pick up every now and then, very randomly, especially because I think I saw that they're now on Kindle Unlimited. So there is potential for me to continue reading the series, but I do love it. I just can't read it all at once. But it is following Lily and Lo, and this is an all-time book talk. Like Ricochet, the second book I'd read so long ago, like probably nearly 2 years ago, but I finally picked up the third one, Addicted for Now, and it was good. It's one of those books you just like, you do keep reading it, like you need to find out where Lily and Lo are at in terms of their rehab, coming back together, and they are a couple you were just rooting for. So I definitely think it's a series that you can get around, but for me, I think because my taste has evolved, it's one of those books I'll just pick up every now and then until I finish the series. I gave this a 3-star, which I think is fair. I think it's a 3-star series for me that I'll just come back to when I want to hear about Lily and Lo again. I had read aatar so long ago, and it was like okay for me, but I'm officially up to A Court of Silver Flames, and I think I will be rereading aatar at some stage this year, because I just think I wasn't taking it in as much as I wish I had of, because now this series has a hold on my heart. So in January, I read the second one, A Court of Mist and Fury, and it was one of my favorites, but I don't want to say it's my favorite because I am really loving A Court of Silver Flames right now, and I don't know it's because this one and the next one, if it just made me really get attached to the characters. So a lot of people's favorite is this one, and it's definitely high up there. I just don't know which one's my favorite. Honestly, an aatar reading vlog I should have done, but go watch Larry's aatar reading vlogs that just came out. She was also late to the party like me, but she became a huge fan, and watching her vlogs as I'm reading them has just been the most therapeutic thing, and also just helping me like reiterate what I'm reading. Like, I have loved it and it's been hilarious. But A Court of Mist and Fury was a 4.5, but honestly, as the series goes on, I think it's going up to a 5. Like, I think the whole series is like a 5-6-star series. I don't know why I wasn't captivated from the start when I first started reading aatar, but I have continued, and this is your sign to jump on the bandwagon. Like, let's have a palette cleanser, let's go back to a romance, and everyone talks about Elsie Silver, so I was like, all right, I need to do this. And I just thought instantly it was going to be one of my favorite books, and it was not. I do not get the hype. Come for me in the comments, I don't mind. I don't get it. Tell me whether I need to continue on and read the next standalones. I think I rated it a 2-star. Okay, I don't know that it's a 2-star. I must have been really annoyed in the moment. Maybe it's like a 2.5, a 3-star, I don't know, but that's so funny. On Goodreads, I rated it a 2-star. I was like, okay, let's get back to what I know I'm loving. Back into Miss Sarah J Maas and read A Court of Winds and Ruin, which this one for me I loved. I think it was better for me than A Court of Mist and Fury, but I was really obsessed with this one and loved the war. I was captivated. I was in it. 5 stars. 5 stars. And she's chunky. She's chunky. Next book I read, which was a lot of people's favorites and a 5-star I saw in a lot of people's 2023 reading wrap-up, was Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross, and it was a 5-star for me. I have not read a romance like this, a kind of fantasy like this where it's old-fashioned, it's whimsical, it's the typewriters, the letters, enemies to lovers. What more could you want? I was rooting for them, and the cliffhanger, everyone said, you just wait for the cliffhanger. I got the cliffhanger and I was like, done. I have to order the next one. Instantly ordered Ruthless, Vows, and a lot of people just were like, this wasn't as it for them, like it just missed. But for me, it was a 5-star. I loved it. I think I just wanted to keep reading about Iris and Roman. Like, I just wanted to be back in this world instantly, and it was not a miss for me. It was a 5 stars. I really do like the way it wrapped up, and I would highly recommend this little duo to anyone. Like, this was the perfect little read. It's just so beautifully written. I cannot recommend it enough. To finish off, we had a little novella, because I am now up to A Court of Silver Flames, which is I'm reading in February. But to finish off January, we read the little novella. This is like the winter solstice. It's like just, it was quite nice to read after the whole war that was happening here. This was just beautiful at the winter solstice. I loved it. It really set you up for the world. It was a 4 stars from me. There's nothing more it could have really done in terms of the novella. I feel like you can't rate a novella 5 stars, but it was a 4-star novella because it just did what it had to do, and then I was set right back up ready for A Court of Silver Flames, which I'm currently reading, and I'll have to tell you how I feel at the ending. I'm currently like 40% through it and I'm captivated. I can't stop reading it. That was my January reading wrap up. I feel like everything was a hit for me other than Flawless. It just was mediocre, and Addicted for Now was just like, I'm back in Lily and Lo's world. It is what it is. But the rest, were they all 5 stars? No, maybe like 4 stars and 5 stars. Either way, January was one of my most successful reading months in a long time, and it really just set the tone for 2024 because I've definitely got a lot of books I want to read. But next up, I need to check off finishing A Court of Silver Flames and finishing Throne of Glass. So Sarah J Maas will be living rent-free in my mind for quite a few months until I finish all of her backlog, and then maybe I can get up to Crescent City and catch up on all of that hype. If you liked hearing me review books, I don't know if it's what you're here for. You might be here for my mindset content or my travel vlogs, but if you enjoyed seeing a little insight into one of my favorite hobbies and my joys in life of reading, then make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, comment below, maybe comment below your 5-star read of January, or if you've read any of these. I love chatting to people about it. Over on my Instagram, follow me over there. I'm always chatting to people about books in the DMs. So thank you so much again for coming back to Lilybelle Lifts, or if you're new here, I appreciate it.